Good evening, everyone. My name is Diamond Smith, the founder of the one and only Monthly Leaks, and I would like to welcome you all to the second annual CCIE Picture-Palooza. The mission of CCIE is to embolden courageous leaders to discover our unique talent, interests, and passions through inspired community project challenges and opportunities. First, let's take a moment to thank Blue Lacuna for this beautiful space and for housing and supporting the CCIE students every day. Also, we need to shout out CICS and Civitas for helping. So last year, I took part of the CCIE inaugural chapter, and the experience was amazing. Some of my favorite memories from CCIE was my one and only The Leaks Tea Party. And the skills I have developed in public speaking has been instrumental this year, where I'm a freshman at Philander Smith College. One thing I want to highlight is that CCIE is student-led. This means we are encouraged to pursue projects we love, study issues we care about, and create events we coordinate. We hope you enjoy hearing these revolutionary ideas and inspired to work with our students to reimagine the future class of 2020. You have big shoes to fill, but we know you're up for the task. Let's get started. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, hello, guys. My name is John Babatunde. Yep, John Babatunde. And the name of my social venture is called The Royal House. So, come join the house. The Royal House is an organization to teach LGBTQ youth to be their own superstars. Did you know that the LGBTQ are 4 times as likely to commit suicide than their straight peers, but like being kicked out of their homes? Y'all ain't know that.
Y'all ain't know that.
Why did I build this house? I built this house to boost their confidence a little bit. And also, we teach the basics of dance and LGBT ballroom culture. Why did I start this house? Well, obviously, I am a proud gay black man living in Chicago, Illinois. But unfortunately, I came out to my mama when I was 17 years old, and she was not happy about it. She literally called my father and said, "Come take him." But I joined a dance team called Dance Force Elite. Shout out to Dance Force. After that, it made me boost my confidence more as a gay black male and all that, like, yeah. So for my end goal is I want to be the first person to create an LGBT ballroom in Chicago, Illinois. I need a space for the event, a hall or a space, doesn't matter. I need LGBT activists who can speak and also be judges and choreographers as well. And I also need members to join the house. And different houses or teams are welcome to compete in the competition. Thank you, and remember to slay every day, period.
Hi, my name is Jimena Armenta, and my social venture is called Bonita, which means pretty in Spanish. So our mission is to create an inclusive community for low-income single mothers that will educate, motivate, and inspire them to care for themselves. 1 out of every 4 children under the age of 18 are being raised without a father. That is 16.4 million kids, and I'm one of them. So I just want to take a quick second for you guys to meet my mom. So that is my mom, and my mom has sacrificed so much for me and my sister. She has given us everything and everything that we could ever ask for, and I'm so grateful for you, Mom. I love you. So, with this being said, I want to create a really, really big event that would be free for single mothers. It would have beauty vendors, self-care experiences like massages, facials, skincare, makeovers. It would have speakers to inspire them, food, mental health resources, like counselors, support services, like, for example, financial aid, because that's what a lot of single mothers struggle with. Swag bags, so the fun doesn't end there, and educational services, because my mom is about to finish her high school, and hopefully we graduate together. Therefore, I ask you guys if you guys can please help me find an event location, vendors, sponsors, and organizations, volunteers, and last but not least, most important, single mothers. Thank you.
Yes, Alex.
Good day to everyone in attendance today. My name is Alex, and I will be presenting to you Bastion Project. Bastion Project is something I created off personal experience through recycling and the way I've seen people in public, people that are financially destabilized at the moment, living off a bike without very good equipment or a very good bike in general. People sometimes will have very heavy bikes that don't want to move very often. It's got rusted parts and it should be taken care of almost immediately if they do not have the funds to do so. What exactly is Bastion? Bastion is built off of these 3 points: repair, removal, and redistribution. Repair, as previously stated, we will be assisting anyone who is, as I said again, financially destabilized. They would come to us and we'd go to them and be able to repair anything small or even anything large that's wrong with their bike. Removal, it's more of a, we're going out and we're looking for certain things. If we see a bike that's been abandoned, it's rusted, it's missing parts, we will take it, we will bring it to wherever we are, fix it, and then hopefully, for our third part, redistribute it. If there is a person whose bike is bad and it's in a not good condition, it's not safe to ride, we would be able to replace it with a rebuilt, refurbished bike. Or to create more funds so we could get more parts, we'd be able to sell it back at a decent price for what it is. What do I hope to accomplish with the Bastion Project is I would hope to be able to make a space where people could feel safe and also be able to learn new skills that could give them a future occupation just through cycling. And one of the reasons why I hope to accomplish this is throughout the name itself, the Bastion Project. From what I learned, Bastion is a French word meaning like a stronghold or safe place. So I would want to create that safe place for people on bikes like me that are struggling. Provided services that would be winter preparation, cleaning kit, full kits, half kits, doesn't matter. Group rides for fun, excursions for when we find out bikes that need to be brought to us to be rebuilt, clothing fitting and redistribution in case their clothes are not in good condition, they need a new jacket or they need new pants or something. Courier class, That would be our main occupation that we would be able to teach to people. They would be able to go out and get deliveries and earn payment for the deliveries. Equipment prep, they would learn how to be prepared to go out and ride their bike on a daily basis. And equipment field repair, they would know what to do in public spaces if they got a flat or if something became unloose, untight. Final thing, what we would need to make this a reality is government approval, because as previously stated, the removal section, the second bullet point of Bastion, could be a potential hazard because we are still going out and looking for things that have been abandoned. But if we're like just randomly out there doing it, we take a bike, the police could look at it weird. So we would get government approval. We'd have like shirts that say Bastion. We maybe have like vehicles that we would go out with, and we would bring those bikes to us. Sponsor relevant to city-based cycling. This would be great so we could have parts that we need, tools to be able to put those parts and fix and take off whatever we need to take off from certain bikes and put it on. Specific parts, handlebars, seats, inner tubes, the kind of things that you would normally see on most bikes. A workshop, as in a place for us to stay so we could work, and working stations, basically space in our workshop. This is the Park Tool Community. Got our shipment in. That is just basically Park Tools sending us our spare tools so that we would be able to work. That would be a great thing for us to have. This image here is basically of a bike dump in Dallas. I've seen a couple of these, maybe not as large, but all of these bikes could possibly be fixed, could possibly be used by someone who truly needs it, but they're not, and they're sitting in a dump rusting away. That's all.
Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Ccie.
And I'm Mark Carter.
And our social venture is called
By the Aries. The mission of By the Aries is to protect and save the lives of our precious Black women and girls
by combining advanced technology with impeccable Black women. This year is a graph showing how Black women have the highest rate of maternal mortality deaths in the United States.
In this graph, you'll see a higher percentage of never found people in Chicago are Black females.
The violet and violet areas come from my passion of putting an end to racial disparities in maternal mortality.
The Aries and Violet Aries comes from my passion of protecting Black women in Chicago.
This pin, y'all, a regular hair pin, will be created into a piece of technology that watches women find a love during labor. It will send an alert to anyone who downloads the app if something is wrong.
This charm bracelet will be created into a tracking device. It will alert a loved one or a friend if the GPS, they download the app if the GPS goes offline.
I personally want to dedicate to social media, who almost lost her life and now she has permanent scars from childbirth due to medical racism.
I would like to dedicate my social ventures to Sadaria Davis, who tragically lost her life into the hands of a kidnapper.
Our ads.
Partner with a tech expert to help build our technology.
Partner with the jewelers to help us design our medical hair kits and our charms.
Partner with an app developer to help develop our apps.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Join us in making violent every reality.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rafael Bustamante, and this is The Perfect Game. Growing up, I fortunately had both my parents. However, they had to take two shifts to provide for the family. As kids, me and my younger brother had to travel for 2.5 hours just to practice soccer. That is my brother. He's my brother. Ojalá que sí sea. The Perfect Game will be an organization that will build and restore fields to restore fields for young student players in low-income communities to increase their chances to obtain a soccer scholarship to pay for college. Soccer fields all over Chicago are covered in patches and need a very major refurnishment. The first field that I want to target is Armour School. As you can see in this graph, in the gray parts and the dark and the light gray, those are the white people taking over soccer scholarships that should be granted into Hispanics and Afro-Latino students. Having additional players in the Perfect Game will give me a better chance to score my goal, such as Recoach. Recoach is an organization that can possibly give me a chance to grow a bigger, can possibly help me with the Perfect Game. I also need investors, engineers, and designers to build the perfect field. Big goals need big assists. An assist that I already have and who is interested in investing money into the field is Dave Samberg. He is a local business owner who owns the Polo Inn. The game length. I hope to finish this project, the Armour project, in a few months to give the students a great opportunity to play into the spring tournament. After the Armour project, I would like to restore more fields and abandoned places around the low-income communities. After scoring this goal, I would like to give the chance to the low-income students to play soccer in college, and I would like to give the opportunity to other schools and other students to also have bonds with other schools and have a lifelong positive outlet.
Hi. This is my partner, Dejanay.
And this is my partner, Shawana.
And our social venture is called
Astrovision.
Astrovision is a Black girl science collective that seeks to build a virtual reality experience that provides Black teens opportunities in advanced technology.
I am the Astro. I am dedicated to giving Black teens who are interested in astronomy experiences that lead them into becoming astrophysicists. The percent of Black astrophysicists and Black scientists are low. And I want to increase the presence of young Black talent in this field by providing various inspiring opportunities.
I am the vision. I want to focus on new ways for people to express themselves with advanced technology in the future by exploring how individual minds are similar and different in ways that we communicate. I want to invent a device that gives people a new way of viewing in society.
things get crazy, right? 84.6 astronomers and physicists are white. 10.7 are Asian. 4.72 are black. That's really sad.
So, did you know in 2018, doctors perfected the usage of the fan mimicking the mind and natural body and the natural brain waves to move over body can. Also, in Germany, someone created somebody had created a virtual reality machine in 1968, and also later in recent years created more better by giving it a 360 version. Also, did you know that people fear communication more than death?
We want to create a piece of technology that raises the percentage of African American astrophysicists.
We also want people to know that and ensure that discrimination does not affect the future of technology, health, artistic motivation, and individual social status. Also, understand how tech is used as an instrument to help us pass along the importance of health for all living organisms, persons, plants, and
I want to dedicate this social venture to my mother. She was the one who took me out stargazing as a little kid, and we was always fascinated on how and why certain things were to happen in space. And she made this for us because she support us, and this is a vision of what we're gonna do as for our technology.
I dedicated my project towards myself because I have a hard time with communication, and I know that other people suffer from this as well. So I wanted to create this and better the future. Potential partners. We need professors that have a bachelor in science and astronomy and astrophysics. Also, chemical walkers from innovation engineers, and we need additional.
We also need coders, designers for our tech, additional tech-savvy partners, and cool humans who invent stuff. So, please join us into making astrovision a reality.
How y'all feeling? We good. My name is Kenneth, and this is my social venture called B3. B3 seeks to solve the problem of youth falling to everyday negativities of the street by creating a basketball film for teens to build bonds with one another while having a positive outlet instead of negative realities. So as y'all can see, this is just a lot of my lifelong friends, some of them created by the game of basketball. Basketball is actually much deeper than a game to me. It's a lifestyle. Basketball has saved me from falling into a game, saved me from all type of negative temptation, and it's just been my safe haven. Basketball has built my confidence and basically my character. I don't know who I would be without basketball or where I would be. And that's why I created this project. B3 will teach teens a new art, as in filmmaking, tell a positive story about Black boys in Chicago rather than all the negative stories we hear about. It'll build lifelong bonds with one another on the court. It'll build up your basketball skills and create a lifelong memory out of our experience. My ask is an experienced filmmaker with camera equipment a park district participant willing to host this event, and sports equipment such as basketballs and etc. That's it.
That's my cameraman.
Hello, everyone. How you doing this evening? My name is Damian Underwood, and this is my social venture, Visionary. What is Visionary? Visionary is a social venture with the goal of creating a gallery exhibition where Chicago teens tell our stories through photography. Why Visionary? I always loved art, but photography made me appreciate art even more. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but this picture was taken in Ferguson, Missouri. This was the year that Michael Brown was murdered. That was also the year my family moved to Inglewood, to that area, and seeking for a better opportunity. Throughout all my experiences, my passion for art has always grown and will forever to keep growing. And that's where the motivation of Visionary comes from. To make my social venture a reality, I need experienced photographers, storytellers, and journalists. I need camera equipment to be provided. I need all schools in Chicago to promote. I need sponsors to create and run an amazing opening for our Visionary Gallery. Also, I need my mentor that introduced me to photography. Unfortunately, he's not here right now. Who am I looking for? I'm currently looking for support from Chicago because in Chicago, we never stick together when it comes to supporting each other. So it'd be great to know that I have support from my hometown city on my back. I know teams participate need time and bonding experiences in order to feel comfortable sharing our stories with one another. Also, my hope is adults in this room can find some way to pitch in so my Visionary Gallery comes to life. A fun fact, every picture you have seen was taken by me. That's all I got. And remember, be a visionary.
Hello. How y'all doing? You ready?
All right.
You should speak.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I think that. Hi. Hi. Difficulties. My apologies. My name is Shane Ratcliffe.
My name is Benjamin Buckner.
And this is
Music for Thought. Our passions for music and our anger over how the mental health care system is failing urban teens provided inspiration for Music for Thought.
a couple of stats here. 50% of adults experience a mental health crisis in their lifetime. A lot of those people that get there are diagnosed between the ages of 14 and 24.
Music for Thought is an app and corresponding podcast that targets urban teens such as ourselves. We seek to increase awareness of mental health struggles by normalizing conversations about this topic, and we encourage music as a way to improve mental health.
Music for Thought is a music app which will improve a person's mental health by customizing a user's mood. So that will be generating their own playlist.
While the user of Music for Thought is listening to their playlist, the app will send you tips about mental health, tools to improve your mental health, and resources to reach out that can help you, that can help a person with the overall mental health.
Not only will this app provide music, but you can also tune into the M4T podcast, where we'll talk about mental health and how music is one of the many solutions a lot of teens turn to.
So the reason that this is very important to me is because I have friends and family members who struggle with mental health issues, turn to drugs and alcohol as a way to cope with their problems. That's not a good solution. It makes the problem worse. For me, I have a tendency to overthink things, but music always brings you back to focus. This is why I created Music for Thought, so that me and my peers can use it as a healthy way to cope.
Throughout my whole high school year, now being in my senior year, there are two people that were the most important to me. My girlfriend and my mother. My mother has been with me for my whole entire life, and I've been with my girlfriend for about a year and a half. And I dedicate myself to this social venture because these are two people that have struggled with mental health, and I've seen it firsthand. A lot of them have gone through so many groups and so many health hospitals, and one thing that they've always told me and that I've always seen that they've coped with was music to get through that day. So I dedicate myself to them.
That's beautiful. Our ads, Music for Thought Partners, an organization in Chicago that focuses on mental health to help us with the tools, tips, and resources for our app.
A music therapy project to help us understand the effects of music on mental health.
Tech partners to help develop our app.
And experienced podcast partners to help us create this podcast. Join me, Channing Ratcliffe,
And me, Benjamin
to
Buckner,
make Music for Thought
a reality.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jayla Reese, and my presentation today is on my social venture, Anne's Animals. Did you know 2 weeks into the Trump administration, public documents dealing with animal welfare violations nationwide were removed from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's website? These are important annual reports for every animal facility in the U.S. to reveal cases of animal abuse and mistreatment. Animals are being abused in zoos and deprived of their natural habitat. These statistics reveal how dire the situation is for animal endangerment species and how few animal cruelty investigations are even launched. This is where Anne's Animals come in. The mission of Anne's Animals is to spread awareness about the mistreatment of animals while creating policies to support wildlife. Anne's Animals seeks to create legal policies to support the following: require zoos to release animals into their natural habitat after a period of time, help create stricter penalties regarding animal abuse and mistreatment, develop legislation to keep young animals with their mother after birth, and ultimately, I would like to open up my own seasonal zoo. As you can see, this is my grandma, and the name Anne's Animals came from her. And my biggest aspiration came from my grandma, who was diagnosed with lung cancer and passed away. Her passing influenced me to find what I love to do most, which is helping animals. I'm looking for partners, lawyers, Department of Agriculture, animal welfare agencies, national law enforcement, and anyone who has done research on this issue and wants to end animal cruelty. Ants animals reminds us that these are beautiful living creatures that deserve love and care. So join me in replenishing our Earth's precious endangered species. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, my name is Justine, but that's the name that I go by.
My name is Brooklyn. My name is Brooklyn.
And our project is called No Mom Left Behind. No Mom Left Behind is an organization dedicated to supporting mothers who have experienced incarceration, suffered domestic violence, or endured unstable housing.
We are dedicated to creating legislation to impact the way the criminal justice system handles mothers and children, and we are passionate about the empowerment of these resilient women who make over beauty experiences to boost their confidence.
Being separated from my mom due to incarceration has been the reality of my experience over the last 5 years, and it's driven me the force behind my social venture. I cannot describe the pain of not having my mama when I need her the most. This picture on my left is my beautiful family. This was a long time. But these are my siblings, my baby brother, well, the middle brother, my little sister, and the baby that my mom told that I haven't seen him in a long time. But I just seen his father, and I recently got his contact information starts. So I plan to get that bond back from my little brother because he don't know this.
My Meraki is makeup. Below is a before and after photo of Erin Williams, a homeless woman who still shopping for makeup. She wears it to help me feel empowered and confident. The second photo is a picture of me and my mother, and she's a victim. And she is my biggest inspiration. She's a victim. Right.
Women with children should not be placed in the correctional facility if the crime they committed was not dangerous or if they have not have been a threat to society. We feel as though they should be placed in a halfway house or under supervision or house arrest to care for their children at home.
We also believe in the power of beauty and makeup being revolutionary for women, especially when they are trying to get back on it. Our potential partners would be Shirley Rain, a creator of California-based makeup project, Erin Williams, of course, the homeless woman, and anyone with their similar experiences, makeup companies, and we are also asking for makeup donations.
We also need local Chicago women's shelters, connections to law enforcement, connections to lawyers or other experts who work on incarceration issues, media connections, and we also have a promotional purpose with hashtags What Mom Missed and hashtag NMLB. And my social venture is dedicated to my mom due to her being incarcerated, and I want to change that because it's hard for her being away.
And my social venture dedicated to my mom because she's a survivor of domestic abuse twice.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna P.
My name is KJ Carter.
And this is FON Operations. As you can see, this chart shows the possession and conviction rates among Blacks, Hispanics, and whites. This chart proves that Black people are disproportionately targeted in the war of drugs.
Despite the fact that studies have proven that not one race sells more drugs than the other, our people, our Black color, are subjected to be more like targeted. This is a picture of me and my family. I'm a prime example of a student that hasn't had their father in the past 10 years due to minor charges of marijuana.
And this is my brother Ronald. He has been locked up for the past several months due to low amounts of marijuana. FON reparations is worth a little dedicated to all of us who have lost someone to the prison industrial complex.
We asked the question, now that marijuana is about to be legalized, what reparations will be provided to those who have been lost? Who really benefits from the legalization of this substance, and how can we repair the harm that is done to our families? Family or Nothing is dedicated to creating wearable merch that educates people about the drug laws and the double standards that exist upon racism on drugs. For instance, legalization without justice is half baked. How are you going to legalize something according to marijuana without letting everybody free?
And Reparation is the corresponding talk show that will educate people on the current marijuana laws and also the components of marijuana such as THC.
Potential partners that we have asked for is an experienced graphic designer, donators, website designers, a fashion designer, clothing manufacturers, and any experts on the marijuana industry.
That's my best friend. Okay, Summerella. Hello. Hello. I'm Summer Mouse, and my adventure is where mental health meets technology. Wait, I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking this call. Hello. Are you okay? Stop crying. You know I know exactly what you're doing. It's okay. I'm doing my social media right now, but I'm calling back. Sorry, guys. To understand my adventure, you have to understand what trauma is. Trauma is the emotional response to a devastating event. Those events could include rape, abuse, anything that puts your mind in a terrible place. 61% of teenagers ages 13 to 17 has experienced at least one traumatic event in their life. 19% have experienced 3 more. Now, using modern day technology, I came up with the concept of an app called One Call. One Call will connect you with support. Now I know your mind goes immediately to a suicide hotline? No. Let me tell you how mine is better and more improved. One Call matches you specifically with someone who experienced exactly what you have at the same age. Therefore, you know someone that feels the exact same way you have because you're in the same mind frame. Weeding out bad therapists who haven't had the same demographics or people who just, quite frankly, don't understand. Okay, here's my connection. You see this person? It's my brother, and he's a victim to the mass incarceration system in America. When he left, I was sad, depressed. I was an emotional wreck, honestly. But now, him going away, I don't see it as a sad story in my family or a typical everyday statistic. I see it as a support system for another one. That call I just took, that was my friend from Memphis. See, coincidentally, her brother just went to jail. She's a little bit younger though. Yeah, her brother just went to jail. He's 17 and he got sentenced to 30 years in prison. And nobody could tell her how to feel besides someone who actually went through what she did. No one can tell her the process of, you can't wear this to the visitation because they will turn you around and make you go home. But I could. And in order to actually bring my vision to life, I mainly need support. I need support in developing the app into what I want it to be. I
need help creating the perfect matching system that connects everybody who's been through the same thing, because you are not alone in what you go through. You might be sitting beside someone right beside you that has the same sad story that you cry about at night. Please join me in making my venture relax.
Hello, everybody. My name is Makai Florence, and the name of my social media is called A Time of Memory in Remembrance of John the Nervous Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the facts that teens my age face on a daily basis that I've rarely spoken about. Let's speak about unspoken grief. You see the picture right here? This is the only memorial that you get when you at school and you pass away, and that don't make no sense. You shouldn't just have to get pictures and put them on the locker and just not be noticed or recognized. And that's where my social venture come in at. So the mission of A Time of Memory is to have student-led spaces in all schools collectively grief and heal. And the ultimate goal is curating the permanent memorial for every student lost.
Your lashes off. You just got them did.
This right here, this is my best friend, John Smith. He was tragically killed about a year ago. And I didn't really have the space to express how I felt. And it really hurt, and I still battle that. And I just feel like I want teens to have space and grief and to be able to honor and remember the peers who they lost to violence. And my programs have memory will ensure that every student can find a sense of peace and a way to heal. So my ask is that I want all CPS and charter school administrators, teachers, students who have experienced loss to volunteer, and community nonviolence activists, partners, and sponsors who make donations for permanent memorials. And also every student that's lost in schools to have cap and gowns and a seat at graduation.
Hello everyone, this is my partner Markaya O'Neill.
And this is Jeremiah Goodman.
And this is Moral Justice. Moral Justice is a peaceful and restorative mentoring group for teens.
Right, my teens.
To help youth acquire coping skills to deal with our continuous traumatic stress.
From and past tense events.
From Markaya losing her grandfather's deception.
To JG losing his friend to Chicago gun violence. Both of us definitely have impacted by this experience.
Losses, anger, and grief often clouded our judgment, and we both admittedly took part in negative actions to go with the pain.
We're lucky to have been gifted with an experience to provide us with coping skills to deal with traumatic events in a different way.
We believe more teens out there want to change directions, and we, our organization, MJ, want to help them. Post-traumatic stress disorder is dealing with the effects of traumatic experiences in one's past. The common example used for post-traumatic stress disorder is the soldier returning from war.
But some trauma survivors have been trapped in dangerous environments, faced the risk for years or even decades. For this, of many of us, the city that we call home. TCSD, such exposure on ongoing trauma,
has been classified not just as PSATD, but CTSD, or continuously traumatic stress disorder.
According to several studies, residents who have endured several years of exposure to violence display clinically significant anxiety. Symptoms can be conceptualized as adaptive yet distressing reactions to ongoing dangerous situations.
We both took part in a group called Peace Up. This inspired us, MJ. This picture here shows us at the Chicago Harrison Theater. This is where I met my idol, Taraji P. Henson. There we share with her our social venture starting MJ, understanding that she has a program related.
That smile. Okay.
All right, so we like this. Young.
All right, girl.
So this is a special dedication to Miss Young. For when me and Markai were dealing with such things, she introduced us to social justice. And when we didn't have the skills to deal with the pain we had, she gave us those, so we were able to. So we want to appreciate it.
We asked for mentor volunteers.
Partner with facilities to operate in, not already established, and bring restorative justice and peace up. But once again, if you are interested in joining our organization, we please ask that you are very passionate, not about giving the skills to change someone's life, but giving them the skills for them to change their own.
Thank you.
My name is Chris Lee,
And my name is Charlie Reasonover.
and together we are Life Changers United. So they passed the slide, so the slogan was "Second chance to start with us." So my second chance was a second chance at life. Right here, I was shot 4 times, twice in the arm, once in the chest, and once in the lower back. The night it happened, I was on a bike. I ain't gonna get into all the details, but I asked this lady to help me, and she told me no. So I had to call an ambulance and my mom and myself.
This is my friend Dariana Smith. Okay, I'm reading my story off the paper, so I won't get emotional. It was a hot March day. My friends and I walked to the bus stop after Southside tryouts, laughing and joking. As we turned the corner, the bus left us behind. I often wonder how life would have been if we would have just made that bus, if the driver would have just waited, if practice would have just ended 5 minutes earlier. Instead, a car pulled up and opened fire. Everyone ran. I thought I was going to pass out. A bullet passed from about an inch from my feet, snapping me out of my near blackout. I started to run again when I heard my friend's voice shouting, "I'm shot." The car sped away and someone called 911. By the time the ambulance arrived, my friend lost a lot of blood. I stayed by her side trying not to panic, but I could tell it was bad. By midnight, I got the news she was gone.
These like the statistics of children and teens that get shot every day.
The mission Life Changers United seeks to impact teens who have recently been shot or witnessed friends get shot with MME to help them cope with trauma of gun violence.
What does MME stand for? Glad you asked. Oh my gosh. More support, mentors, and exposure.
How we do it? We visit Chicago schools, homeless shelters, foster homes, social workers, and hospitals.
This is how we create moral support. Organizations. Life Changers United then connects teens to resources to get them
the help they need. These are the mentorship organizations that help me on my own personal second chance journey. There are many similar organizations to mentor teens in Chicago.
Life Change United brings teens to various events to provide them with new experiences.
I had the chance to tell my story at Chicago Ideas Week event. I gained public speaking and skills and confidence. I also visited businesses such as Google. We were
Our ask is to recommend more organizations, stand up as a mentor, recommend platforms, recommend therapists, experiences, and resources to help teens, and don't judge teens. And don't judge teens before you know their story.
Thank you again. You're locked out of joining us. So have a great one.
Hi, everybody. I am Ashley Naveau. I am the founder of Chicago Period Project. We are a nonprofit faith-based here in Chicago, and we do a lot of work throughout the city to help end period poverty. We strongly believe that everybody should experience their periods with dignity, and we even more so believe that no student's education should be interrupted because they don't have access to reliable resources to maintain their periods, and they have access to tampons and pads. I was a very proud partner, community partner from last year, and I'm really excited to be here today to experience all of this. I knew that I would be inspired. I didn't realize that I was going to cry too. But I'm so honored to be here and to witness this, and I encourage everybody else to be community partners as well. This is a room full of change makers in front of us, and they need our support. So let's support all of us. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. So I am honored to be here. This has actually been so beautiful for me. And my son is here, so I'm glad he's here to hear all your beautiful pitches. My name is Jarima. This is my nonprofit called Verse into Books. And so Marty actually reached out to me to see if I was interested in being a partner, and I hope that I get to work with some of you amazing people in here. My mission is, our tagline is remixing the narrative, and I think that embodies what we do. There's a stigma out there that children of color do not like to read, that they are not interested when it comes to the literary works, and that is just not true. And so I started my organization last year in August of 2018. We became a nonprofit this February, and since then we have been able to develop young readers. We start with babies from 6 months all the way to 14 years old. Our main staple program is monthly book club sessions. The reason I'm here is because I primarily serve on the south side of Chicago. However, like I said, we work with years to start with high school or to start getting into the high schools. I am an educator. I teach ninth grade science. I've been educated for 12 years, and so I just think it's important that we create those spaces for our teens. However, I understand a book club is traditional way is not going to work when it comes to working with our kids on the south side. The reason I say that, and I've heard it numerous times, I'm really big about kids telling their stories. And not just being able to be told, like, this is how you read, this is what you do, but let's use what you already are interested in to get you more in depth and more into what you're reading. And so for me, my goal is that we create safe spaces for teens that desire to not only have their voices be heard, but to address topics that they're interested in. The opportunity is that we can connect not only with community partners, but also with the schools. I also would love to integrate the arts and literary works. I am very big about integrating the arts. Like even with our book club sessions, we don't just read, we do readers theater, we have spoken word, we do various different ways to get the kids engaged. Every session we have guest authors. I want to bring those same spaces for our teens. However, I believe that for the teen space, I would love to have a way that we connect community and the youth. We integrate the arts. Also, we tackle real life issues. So I think the There's been a stream of themes throughout the day, and so I would love to have that to be a part of the conversations that we have in these sessions. And I want to integrate the mediums that teens are into, which are music, technology, and also real world application. My approach is I believe we should have monthly sessions. I already have partnerships with organizations like Young Chicago Authors, Columbia College, being able to bring those partners in to help us with this session. I would love for us to have a theme each month, and then I want to end with a culminating event that is led by the teens. I believe that the ask is that I would love to work with teens who desire to be change agents in their neighborhoods. I am from Auburn Gresham. We work primarily in Roseland, Chatham, Auburn Gresham, Inglewood areas, and so I would love to have teens who are interested in working in those spaces as well. I want to start planning in November and brainstorming, doing focus groups and surveys, and kick off with our first event in January. I'm hopeful that we will be able to get consistently 10 to 15 teams to each session. I want everything to be team driven. I believe in the power of telling our stories. We start, like I said, with our babies to middle school because I want to show them the power of their stories. I believe in the team space, we should be able to start sharing our stories. And so I want that to be what we are creating with this partnership. So if you have any questions, look out for me. Thank you.
Just waiting for it, prop. Can you guys hear me in the back? Yeah. Awesome. While I'm waiting, how many people know what emotional intelligence is? Did you see? Interesting. Well, hopefully you'll learn a little bit about this presentation. Thank you. Surprisingly, in 11 years, 49% of eligible students will either be failing or not enrolled in schools. The only proven solution to address academic, social, career, and lifelong success is emotional intelligence, EQ. While 99% of current solutions do not address the top 3 barriers to be effective in schools, our EQ app overcomes the top 9 barriers for schools. Hi, I'm Mitch Schneider, educator, developer, and serial venture entrepreneur. At Strut, we're a passionate, volunteer sweat equity team of Tier 1 experts. 16 are on our team. Imagine 2 friends who are neighbors and have similar intelligence. One is social and does well in school, while the other does not. Years later, the first succeeds, while the second is withdrawn. Was that difference due to intelligence? No, it was due to emotional intelligence. IQ without EQ is not enough. While math and reading are important, they do not teach things like passion, grit, perseverance, or leadership, EQ skills. EQ is actually mandated in 46 states. Who knew that? No, one person, thank you. Mandated in 46 states. 30 billion just last year was spent just in the US alone. Yet, it is not done effectively. We create EQ apps for schools. We integrate emotional intelligence within social studies. We're the first to meet all school, academic, and research requirements. The first to adapt to a learner's learning style, emotional intelligence, and current emotion. One size does not fit all. EQ actually increases academics by 11 to 17%. That's like 1 to 2 grades. Confidence by 10, graduation rates by 50, and increases your annual salary by $30,000 a year. In joining our team, you'll receive leadership development training sessions, one-on-one mentorship, and help make real community impact. We have a choice of projects. I think I was supposed to narrow it to one. One is we're launching an EQ diagnostic tool. So how do we assess what level you're at? Entirely free forever to schools and students. You can also help us model out our unique rewards module, one that's not based on gamification, one that's not based on extrinsic rewards, one that comes from within, or to help make community impact presentations. We are social good with innovation. What would the world be like if we were all 10% happier? Join us in unlocking that possibility. Thank you.
Can we leave it by one last?
Excuse me, sorry.
Just with a lot of information I'm trying to do here quickly. Is that? Hi, I am Michelle. Sorry. I'm Michelle, and I'm the creator and founder of Play Smart Literacy. Literacy is a mobile group that builds language and relationships through play. It's a family engagement outreach group, and we travel around Chicago to reach families in vulnerable neighborhoods with children ages 0 through 5. Why do we do this? We are adding words to the days of families because play is such an awesome opportunity to add words to someone's day because it is fun and interesting. Okay, thank you. The data shows that small conversations between parents and their babies, toddlers, and preschoolers actually builds brain development. And so we have 2 main goals at Play Smart Literacy. This is the 5th year that we've been around. One is to spread the importance about spread the awareness about the importance of talk and play. We call it hashtag talk and play. The second goal is to help support the practice of talk and play at home every day. So we're a mobile group, we travel around, we have a number of touch points that we invite parents to play with us. We have a different theme every week. We visit shelters and Head Starts and family literacy programs and invite families to play with us. And then we encourage them to keep playing with us at home. So we have a bunch of tech components that are free that are delivered through their phone or on the computer as well as in person so that they can easily keep playing with us. And we have an awesome software company that joined with us last summer and developed a data platform for us. So families can actually earn points for their talk and play at home. So what they do is they have a play date at home. Any 10 minutes of talk and play together is a play date at home. They go to our website. We don't have an app because it's even more accessible, easy for everyone to access. And every time they hit the share button and say that they have had explained their talk and play to us, they earn points. So the problem that we want you to help us with is to increase the number of our registered families that are practicing talk and play at home. Our audiences are already registered, beautiful families that we have. We have over 230 families that we talk to. We have had over 1,000. We have served over 1,000 adult women and children just since August this year. And we are going to use social media for this program that you're going to help us with because it's free. We have an awesome Instagram and Facebook site already, along with our website and YouTube channel. And we want you to get out the message of talk and play and sharing that. So we built a 7-week model for what you can do with us and for us. That would be great to help us really encourage and use this opportunity to reach a lot more parents and get them more deeply engaged in boosting brain development, just talking and playing with their children at home. You're going to be able to see the impact of what you're doing immediately because of that awesome website or the platform that we have, the data platform. So we can see it's updated twice a day. And as soon as if you created a post, you can see the next day the number of families that had a play date as a result of you nudging them. And those electronic nudges, personal and electronic nudges, are super important and impactful on families. And we have a lot of research that supports that. The other thing, this is another way that you can see your impact. You can see exactly what they did for their play date, where they were and what they were doing, what they're talking about. And so that starts a lot of great conversations between us and families too. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all your energy and everything today. We would be so honored if you wanted to help us. Thank you.
Hi, folks. I apologize. The information that I provided late. As students, you know what that's like. Unfortunately, I'll do my homework. But I want to tell you a little bit about my organization. It's called the Guild Literary Complex. The Guild Literary Complex is a 30-year literary arts organization. And for those of you who don't know, when I say literary arts, that includes poetry, storytelling, plays, essays, short stories, fiction. And what we do and what we've done over the last 30 years is we've taken the literary arts and tried to promote social justice issues through the performance of those literary arts. A great example of what we do is a program that we just created called Press Room. Press Room is a program that takes a subject from the media, and what we want to do is take it away from the news and put a real life spin on it. When the young lady spoke about moms being incarcerated earlier, we have an event next week that actually is about incarcerated persons with a former CO from a Wisconsin prison, a transgender person who was in jail for 26 years, and one of our teaching artists from Young Chicago Authors who works in the Juvenile Detention Center. One of her students who was actually, after they were released, wrote an entire book of poetry. And you're going to get a chance to hear all those stories on that day. That's next week, October 29th. And the reason why I bring that event to you, this is not an advertisement, is to tell you and give you an example of the type of workshop we do. But the Guild is much more than that. After 30 years, we're middle-aged. We're old. And what I need is you. I need your youth and I need your energy. Your stories are what have value. Your stories are what move people forward. And the Guild and the work that we do wants to partner with whoever is in this room that's able to partner with us to create programs that, again, promote advocacy through the arts. So whatever that subject matter is, whatever stories that you want to tell, we want to work with you to develop those programs and tell your story. And what my initial ask, and I said to Mr. Marty, that what we wanted was a social media street team or an incubator process. The goal being that the students that we would work with us to promote our programming through their program. In other words, we work together as a cohort to create something that's totally different. That totally different thing is something that we'll promote through our platforms. We work with Poetry Foundation, Young Chicago Authors, the Poetry Center, Stony Island Arts Bank, Logan Center, University of Chicago, School of Arts Institute. A lot of our folks are out there teaching right now in the schools and in the universities in the city area. So the goal being, again, is to work with you all these students, with your wonderful ideas. I just sat in on like a little bit of it, and I can't believe how creative you were and how passionate you were. And we want to take that passion and put it someplace
that not only your peers can see, but adults can see, and you change the minds of those adults by the work that you do. So I don't have a slide, but what I would like for you to do is go to our website, guildcomplex.org, to look for more information about our organization. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great
Thank you guys for coming. If you would like to partner up with our teams, please meet us in the Mingle room. I would like to give a shout out to our youth.
If you didn't hear her, please meet us in the Mingle room that you came in. Without food. And I want to shout out to Pitch Coach coordinators.
Somebody thumb down on. I got 4 views. I got 4 views.